up, y'all? I get a lot of questions about how I personally handle my own nutrition and how I maintain my physique. So today, I want to make a video and do a little in-depth walkthrough. I've covered this on previous videos, but I'm a big fan of tracking my macros. Macros is short for macronutrients and refers to the proteins, carbs, and fats that make up our foods. Some foods might primarily be just one macronutrient, whereas other foods may contain all three. So for example, 140 grams of white rice is usually about 40 grams of carbs. But if we add 100 grams of avocado, we're looking at 2 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat. Macronutrients are basically the building blocks that make up our calories, and the foods we choose to eat certainly matter. So for example, a meal of pizza, beer, and potato chips is obviously super delicious, but it's completely different nutritionally than if we were to have a steak, avocado, rice, and a vegetable. By monitoring the things that we're eating and then tracking how many proteins, carbs, and fats are in our foods, we then have clear and concise data that we can monitor, manipulate, and change to elicit whatever a desired outcome is. Those goals might look like improving your health, maintaining your current physique, gaining more muscle, losing more body fat, and so on. I personally love to flexibly track my macros, meaning that I prioritize hitting specific protein and calorie goals, and then I let carb and fat goals shake out to where they may. I do make sure to hit minimums on my carbohydrates and my fats so that I'm supporting my thyroid and hormone health, but flexible tracking makes everything so stress-free and easy. In order to flexibly track your macros, you need to know your maintenance calories. I've covered how to estimate this in a previous YouTube video titled How Many Calories to Eat for Your Specific Body Weight. I'll link it in the caption below. Typically, I like to use an online TDEE calculator as well as the online Precision Nutrition calculator. I then take an average of the two totals to get a starting estimate for someone's maintenance calories. On the Precision Nutrition calculator, do make sure to select the option that says Improve Health since we're looking to estimate maintenance. It's important to note that these are just a starting estimate and your specific needs may be higher or lower than the estimates that you receive. And so ultimately, it's still going to be on you to test it out and see what's true for you and your body. If you've consistently been eating below your estimated maintenance calories, you'll want to check out my video titled Reverse Dieting, How to Eat More, Feel Better, and Increase Your Metabolism. I'll also link it in the caption below. If someone is seeking to be in a caloric deficit to lose body fat, they'd be looking to eat anywhere from 10 to 35% below their maintenance calories. As a reminder, you likely shouldn't be dieting more than 1 to 2 times a year and shouldn't be dieting for longer than 12 to 16 weeks at a time. If you're aiming to be in a caloric surplus in order to gain muscle, you'd likely need to eat anywhere from 5 to 20% above your maintenance calories. To calculate your protein goals, you'll want to aim for about 0.8 to 1.1 grams per pound of body weight. The leaner that you are, the closer towards body weight you'll want to be. For example, a 5'3", 130-pound individual might aim for 130 grams of protein, while a 5'3", 180-pound individual might aim for 145 grams of protein. When it comes to your carbs and fats, make sure to be getting a minimum of 150 grams of carbs per day and a minimum of 60 to 70 grams of healthy fats per day to support your thyroid and menstrual health. If I use myself as a specific example, my maintenance calories are going to be right around 24 to 2,500 calories. So I basically worry about getting 130 grams of protein and then staying around that 2,500 calorie mark. I could have a day that ends at 130 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, and 90 fat, or I could have a day that's 130 grams of protein, 220 carb, and 120 fat. Both are going to be right around 2,500 calories, both fit the bill, and both are going to get the job done. I love using a food tracking app called Chronometer. I've been using it for quite a few years now, and I prefer it as the food entries tend to be a lot more accurate than MyFitnessPal or similar tracking apps. You can set as many or as little goals as you like for protein, carbs, fat, calories, and so on. You can also record blood glucose readings, your weight, you could track your menstrual cycle by measuring and recording your daily body temperature, etc. You can also have the option to star your favorite food entries for quick and easy logging. There's also the ability to multi-select and then copy from previous days for super quick macro tracking. Another feature that's super helpful for our nutrition coaches out there is that you can easily graph your client's data. You also have the option to restrict client data as needed as well. So for example, a client could log their food, but only the coach could see the macros, the calories, and the food data. In order to get started, you'll now need to go to the App Store and you're going to download the Cronometer app. You'll begin setting up the app by entering your gender, your height, your weight, and your date of birth. On the next screen, you're going to select the option to maintain. You'll then enter your email, create a password, and verify your account. These next few steps are going to be super important, so make sure to pay close attention. You're going to click Settings in the upper right-hand corner, and under Targets, I want you to click Macronutrient Targets. Make sure that you're tracking your carbohydrates as total carbs and your macros as fixed values. Keep in mind that the pre-generated macro and calorie goals are going to be total trash, so ignore them and go ahead and delete them. This is a screen where you can come back to later if you wish to set specific goals. At this time, I want you to go back to the settings page, and this time you're going to scroll down to where it says display. You're going to unselect show calories summary. You're going to select show macronutrient breakdown. You're going to unselect show highlighted targets and unselect new exercise disabled. If you elect to pay for the premium edition, you can get rid of advertisements, and you can also use timestamps. This would enable you to have specific categories for your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. But I personally use the free version of Cronometer and I have no complaints. Keep in mind that I wouldn't recommend connecting any sort of Apple Watch, Garmin, Fitbit, or any sort of wearable. It's going to change your food goals and your tracking data within the app. The calories burned data from your wearable is also super inaccurate and it just doesn't mean much, so I would personally just recommend ignoring it. You always want to make sure to weigh and measure food in either grams or ounces. To increase accuracy, I would actually avoid using measuring cups and spoons and try to opt for your food scale as much as possible. They're typically going to run about $20 on Amazon, and you can just buy whatever is rated best. To begin logging your food, select the big orange button that's going to be at the bottom of the screen in Cronometer, and then click Add Food. You can either scan the barcode on your food, or you can manually search for the food in the Cronometer database. So let's say we're going to be logging some blueberries. You're going to search, select the entry you want, and then change the amount in the serving size. So for example, 100 grams of blueberries. You can also go ahead and star the entry in the top left-hand corner if you plan to use this entry regularly. To copy foods from a previous day, you're going to change the date at the top to whichever day you wish to copy from. Then click the 3 vertical dots on the upper right-hand corner. You're going to select Multi-Select and then check the boxes on the food entries that you wish to copy over. You're going to click the 3 vertical dots in the upper right-hand corner again, but this time you're going to select Copy. You'll click back to today's date, click those 3 vertical dots again, and then hit Paste. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve to figuring out how to track your food and learning how to hit your macros. But like anything else, the longer that you do it, the more efficient you get on it, and it quickly becomes like second nature. But that's all I've got for today. If you need more help with this, I publish tons and tons of free nutrition and fitness content on my Instagram, Lori Christine King, and my website, LoriChristineKing.com. On my website, I also have a 130-page nutrition ebook titled The Ultimate Guide to Nutrition, Muscle Gain, Fat Loss, and More. It contains everything I've learned in 13 plus years of nutrition coaching, as well as a formal education in food, nutrition, and dietetics. You can also check us out at Paragon Training Methods. We have evidence-based workouts you can do in 30 to 60 minutes to build muscle, enhance your physique, and look and feel damn good regardless of how much equipment you do or don't have. Catch you later!